kind of in the same day. It's going to be doing something a little extra. I'm going to be doing a stream here, playing some more Bard's Tale Part 1 with characters based on my dad's party from many, many long moons ago. And we're going to be on our way to hopefully explore the catacombs of the Grand Plaza, earn some XP, find us some mithril gear, and otherwise make things happen. So we're going to go ahead and take our party here. We've done a little bit of grinding and leveling. And we will make a quick stop here by the Thieves' Temple. There we go. Just to get ourselves situated, let's go ahead and cast some of our basic adventuring spells. Mystical Shield, Magic Compass, Lesser Revelation, and Area Enchant. We'll go ahead and top off our spell points before we go in. Assuming we don't have to fight every conjurer and barbarian from here until we get there. Go. Get our bard singing some songs. We'll go with the Traveler's Tune. I like having some extra armor class. And our goal today is to go ahead and try and push in a little bit on the temple, or the catacombs rather, of the Mad God. So the entire purpose of the 4 levels of the sewers, in terms of what you're supposed to find in the first dungeon, is the Mad God's name. In this case, we know that it is Tarjan. And the Temple of the Mad God will let us in. Let's do levitation as well, get ourselves a magic carpet. It'll keep us from hitting too many traps. For the most part, I tend to take this stage of the game and use it to try and bump up our party. See if that's enough for these whites. It is a shocker. I'm just going to have the trap zap do it. And since we got folks that are a little withered, we'll just go ahead and exit and heal that real quick since we're in the Grand Plaza. A little expensive. Because there's really no better gear for us to buy. At this point, everything we find is going to be found. They're hurting us too badly here, so we should be able to kind of make out like bandits here for a minute. Gas cloud, not going to take the chance on that one. A little more speed. Let's go ahead and cast War Strike and Star Flare. These guys. Still fight 3 Bladesmen who actually kind of hurt. Flesh Restore. Let's use that on Thorn. We'll do a quick fix. Bacchus. Quick fix. Zarek. Still not going to take the chance with Gas Cloud. Oh, we found a light wand. Unfortunately, it's not a lightsaber or anything else along those lines. It's all super fancy. But it will cast some basic light spells for us if we so chose. Merlin Defend, we'll use our two magicians there. Go ahead and burn the other group. Everybody walked out with a level up on that one. Let's go ahead and try and attack these whites again. They are worth buku experience. Nope. Starflare. Dragon's Breath. Hey, Mithril Scale Mail. That's good stuff. It's also about the strongest armor that the Bard can wear for a while, so let's just go ahead and get him equipped now. Normally I'd be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get my frontline fighters up there, but the Bard counts. He's one of them. And since everybody's kind of hurt, and we got some levels available, step one is we're gonna go get folks healed. Pay a visit to these mad dogs. Yeah, get our folks advanced. Oh, Zarek gets 2 levels. Now, level 4 magic for our magician. It is possible to gain enough experience to go up more than 1 level at a time. Next time Merlin and Omar go up a level, they'll get more spell magic for respective classes. So far, the temple is being very kind to us as the second major dungeon. And despite us only going a short distance through. Gas cloud, again, not taking the risk on that one. We'll just trap zap it. Trap zap always works. Swordsmen, samurai, and zombies. And it is. Go ahead and just hide in shadows. Merlin will defend. He will set a bunch of people on fire. Fighters are hitting more than once in a round now. That's good. Here we go. Darts could hit most of the people in the party, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it the old TZ. Party finds an unidentified offhand. Decent chunk of change. Behind door number 2. Mad Dog, 3 whites, 4 zombies, 3 black widows. Don't like that. At least we have flesh restore, so if we do happen to get hit with any of the bad stuff, we can fix it rather than to go back up for treating poison. Gas cloud, just gonna trap zap it. Ooh, a mithril axe. That is probably... Okay, so it's a better bonus to hit, but worse maximum damage and better minimum damage than the halberd that we're currently using. I think we are going to go ahead and just equip that bad boy for now. Hopefully we can find ourselves some more adamantine swords and other fun toys like that. Probably no adamantine on this level, but we can get our folks equipped with mithril at least. Attack, 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 go hide, defend, dragon's breath. Be on fire. Perfect. Like that. Found another fire horn. A unique bard musical instrument that does the equivalent of dragon's breath for a certain number of uses. What's in here? 5 ghouls. See how tough the ghouls are. Oh, they do wither too. Don't like that. So they get the Dragon's Breath. And as we are now a Piper down, we need to go fix that. That's going to cost some money. Mostly because first they have to fix dead, then they will fix old, then they will heal. 9,000 gold. That was a little rough. Let's Flesh Restore on Xeric. Found a basic chainmail. Fancy there. One Goblin Lord and 4 Magicians at 40 feet away. Starfire on them. Good enough. 4 wizards, 4 conjurers, 3 nomads, and 4 mercenaries. The nomads and mercenaries will be moving up, but the wizards and conjurers are going to be a problem. Starting with the wizards. So much so, kinda want them very dead. Before they start summoning things. Mercenary and 3 nomads. We will just go ahead and fight that one out. Gas Cloud, just trap zap it. Party finds the gauntlets. Good times. Oop. Go back to what I was doing. There we go. Save. Fight bravely. Attack, attack, attack. Hide. Defend, cast Dragon's Breath, cast Dragon's Breath, so one of the 2 of you acts first. I will take that. That works for me. two magicians, three spiders, 2 barbarians, 2 jade monks. They are all distant. Spiders are a little more likely to jump in on that fight first. But we will go ahead and use War Strike on the magicians. Dragon's Breath on the barbarians. Spider and 2 jade monks. Unidentified weapon. Could be useful. And our friends, the 5 ghouls. Here's the fire horn. Cast Dragon's Breath. A Mithril Dagger. That's probably going to be better in his hands. I'm going to lose out on 4 maximum damage, but we get a bonus to hit, and our minimum damage goes up. Just run with that. Once again, we got folks that are ready to level up. It's a little bit of power leveling in a way, but we need the gear. Like I said, we need the gear and the experience, so it all comes out in the wash. Hey, Chuckles, welcome back. There we go. Go pay a visit to the review board. This is a 2017 re-release. Say as I'm testing my microphone literally on my head. It's a 2017 re-release of a game from 1987, but it is extremely faithful to the original 3 games that the company released at that time. All right, so those folks are ready for new magic. Let's go ahead and get them their spells. 7,000 gold for spell level 5. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves our mages recharged and ready to rock and roll. But we do have some gear and everything else that we need to get rid of, so let's go ahead and head on back to Garth's equipment shop. Buckler and a staff. Very sad. Halberd, scale armor, 6 mithril arrows, a light one. We're going to hang on to this other fire horn though, because we're just going to start kind of going ham with the one that we have. It's a freebie fire spell, so why not? Come on out to the Grand Plaza and into the Temple of the Mad God to once again delve the catacombs in search of mithril equipment and experience points. Before you see 3 wolves. Has a gas cloud trap on it. We're just going to trap zap it. And we'll run our gauntlet of Loot Central here. See how far we can get without... Damn it. They withered my fighter. And I don't think I have anything. Curing poison and insanity. Yeah, that's not going to do it. How about Lano? We have... Spectre Touch, Anti-Magic. I don't have the magics we need yet to fix being old. Still face an assassin. Well, my assassin will leap out and take out their assassin. How's that? Found a staff. 5 barbarians and a bladesman. And we'll go ahead and focus down the barbarians. At least we're getting to a point where we can... Ooh, a mithril helmet. Saw that flash up there. Go ahead and have him equip that one. Start equipping our fighters and get their armor class a little better now that the Bard is rocking the best AC of the front row. Five ninjas, 3 goblin lords, 4 magicians at 30 feet, and 2 conjurers at 40. Use the fire horn on the ninjas. Go hide in the shadows. Sit there and look pretty. Cast Star Flare on the conjurers. Cast Dragon's Breath on the magicians. Lock and load. And suddenly we're down to just a ninja and a goblin lord. Rogue leapt out of the shadows and gave him the stabbies. He failed to thrive. Some mithril arrows. There we go. Attack, attack. Use equipped item, Firehorn. Attack. Defend. Dragon's Breath just in case. Defend. Yes, off we go. Found a plate mail, which we're already wearing unless it's super magical, but we'll find out about that one later. Death itself in the form of 9 whites. They may have more Dragon's Breath. 8, 9. All 9 killed. I like that. But since most of the party is now old again, go visit the healer. It's nice that it has the added bonus of you know, resetting the whole dungeon. Once we can actually kind of survive here for a bit, we'll be able to explore the deeper levels of the catacombs. Right now we need gear, and we can only get the gear from luck of the draw. And fan cast quick fix on Sir Grady. $2,000 pieces of gold. Or at least kind of making money here too. That's important. Patch some holes in the bard a bit. No new magic items yet. 8 ogres, 8 samurai, 4 conjurers. These ogres will be on top of us in a minute as soon as they get in and do their thing. They should probably advance some too. And I know we lose half damage after 40 feet, but we are going to go ahead and attack the conjurers with it anyway. And I think we'll do it again just to make sure we knock them down. Found yet another fire horn. And a buckler. You know, I'm actually going to go all the way back around to the Thief Temple because I think it's a little less expensive to cure those things. There. Oh, that is much less expensive. Get our level ups going on. A little bit of restoration work on our mages. Back into the catacombs we go. I'm going to say our efforts here have been going really well. Insane amount of ability to disarm that trap, and you botched it, Sir Grady. I have to change your name. Chainmail. What's worse is when you get like possession or crazy clouds and things like that, where you just go nuts and lose your mind. Then you can't control what you do. Use the fire horn on the other wizards. Go hide in shadows. Defend, defend, defend. The good news is once we get up to 100%, we will just automatically disarm traps. Like, I don't have to actually check for that at that point. Found a harp. That's good, right? Mithril gloves. Oh, Thorin, you're up next for an upgrade. Let's venture. Ooh. I had a spiked pit with levitation up. Hmm. Do we have better versions? Do. No, I need Sorcerer's Sight. That's what I need. Another Mithril Dagger. We can actually sell that one. 39 skeletons. I better hope I'm faster than they are. Because this could go very badly for several of the party members if we don't. Tower shield. quick save here. Okay, so we know that's an area of magical darkness. There's a spinner there. Oh no, we just lost our compass. And area enchant. $11 whites. Hmm. I think we are going to not press our luck here. Do the whole party here to 7,320. $5,630. Yep. Even having taken a little bit of extra damage, it was a little better off to do it here. Unidentified helm. Ooh, it is a mithril helm. Who doesn't have one? Back into the catacombs. It partially negates, so 75% chance. It's not perfect. Unfortunate. Alright, see if we can run the gauntlet again. Tower shield for our troubles, but we can also cast Trap Zap, you see. Once we know traps are there and are marked on the map. 3 statues, 6 Black Widows, and 2 Magicians at 30 feet. Interesting. Be on fire. Cast Flesh Restore on Zarek. That will get rid of his poison. A shield ring. Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and have the Thief equip that one. So he too can join the -5 club. Attack one of the nomads in the back. Do another Flesh Restore. We'll use this on one of the fighters this time. And we'll use a couple uses of Quick Fix on the other. And another Mithril Helm. He's already wearing one. He's already wearing one. Give him a new bucket. Who's going to advance? Probably not the Conjurers, but what can we do, right? And the answer is light them on fire. I don't like the Black Widows either, so they're going to get the flames. And now there's only 4 ninjas. I will very boldly take their turn first to come walking at us. Party finds a spear. Those ninjas are putting some pain and punishment down there. I don't like that. Got a scale armor. Another spear. Plate armor. $39 skeletons. I like spells and abilities that attack entire ranks of creatures. Two wolves and 4 wolves. Normally I might want to try and stay and stick it out. But at this stage of the game, we have our whole party ready to level up. Go fix the withering first. Spell level 6 for Conjurer, cost us 10,000 gold. A little bit of an ouchies, but that's going to be worth it in spades here for us. Let's see what other new spells we got. Major Levitation. Does as a level 3 spell, but lasts until dispelled. Flesh Anew will behave as Flesh Restore, but it will get every member of the party. Good stuff. Go ahead and get our long-lasting carpet ride. Cause an effect like air armor to cover a member of the party or last indefinitely. Phase Door is going to be a powerful one for us too, as we look along. Alright, 4 statues, 2 sorcerers, 3 black widows, and a partridge and a pear tree. Let's knock down the sorcerers first. And now the black widows. There we go. Still using Trap Zap because we're not quite at 100%. Two werewolves, 2 statues, 8 bladesmen. Give him the bladesman the old fire horn there. Samurai figurine, which would summon a small samurai forest for a little while until it dies. These two are going to have at least 2 turns before they're a problem. But we need to thin the herd here. Yeah, we'll do Shock Sphere. We'll see how this works out. Do Dragon's Breath. We'll do Dragon's Breath. Party finds a cold harp. See if it's got an unidentified special associated with it. Swordsman, 4 whites, 3 swordsmen, and a magician. Whites have got to go. We'll attack them. Yeah, do Spectre Touch rather on the magician. More probably mithril arrows. I think if we can find another couple suits of mithril scale, we should be pretty good shape. Okay, mithril gloves, we'll take those. Warren's already wearing them. Top his hit points up a little bit here. Party finds an unidentified item. Of such fascinating description. And another harp. It's the form of death itself in the form of 3 spiders. Black Slayer. Let's see what that one does. Unidentified special. We will need to determine what it does. Jade Monk and 8 Black Widows. Set the Black Widows on fire. Operation Set the Black Widows on Fire was a success. See 66 skeletons, alright. Be on fire. And also on fire. And also very much on fire. Don't know what trap that was, but I do not like it. Oh, we found the stairs down. But we are very low on spell points. And as precious of a commodity as that is, we are going to go ahead and make our way out. We can assess our stuff, charge our mages, and de-old our people. Sell that. Sell the samurai figurine. Now these three have unidentified special properties about them, which we can only kind of learn about from Roscoe. We'll leave it in peace since he's interested in joining us and not fighting. Recharge all of our stuff. And identify a magic item. These are a little more pricey of a thing to do, but Cold Harp. Breath attack 20 feet, 8 to 32 damage. Light Wand casts the spell Lesser Revelation. And Lex Lear provides unlimited bard songs for the bard. Because the bard, you see, can sing a number of bard songs per day equal to their bard level before they need to go to a tavern and drink to replenish that. Bard songs are special too because they can also function in anti-magic zones, where a lot of other attributes do not. So having unlimited ones there with a Lex Lear is kind of nice. But I think we are going to go ahead and sell some of those pieces of equipment. And we'll keep the Cold Harp for now, since we are kind of using the Bard as an extra blaster. You know, it's been a minute since the bards had something to drink. Bard's got almost as many hit points as the fighter does. Alright, now we're seeing some slightly more serious people here popping up every once in a while. In terms of numbers, I mostly mean. Spectre touch on the individual conjurer. Lock and load. Alright, still got one wizard left. Sir Grady uses 100% chance in disarming traps to identify the trap in the chest and disarm it. Excellent. That's going to save us some spell points. Mithril gloves. Does anyone not have... Which is that question? Unidentified weapon. Got some smoke in our eyes here. Alright. Statue, magicians, orcs. The whites are still too far to touch us. We can touch them, so we're going to. With fire. We use a lot of fire. Mithril hat. Good news, Bacchus. You're getting more mithril gear. Get him a mithril shield, we'll be able to complete the set. There's no set bonuses there. That's literally just a figure of speech there for it. Let's go and use Shock Sphere on these wizards. Okay. Now he can't actually use leather or the mithril gloves. So I think everybody who can use them is using them. Which means we can start selling them to Garth's equipment shop, and they'll have as many of them as we give them. Throw bracers, okay. How are these different than gloves? Oh, they're a type of armor, okay. Well, it's probably hella better than his leather that he was wearing before. So Sir Grady has gone from being the mediocre man of the group to having an armor class that's extremely respectable for where we are. At -8. We use those 2nd edition rules in this particular game. Alright, 5 ghouls. They're not withered yet, so hopefully we can act before they do. Kind of using the map to navigate here since we got the smoke in our eyes nonsense going on. Unidentified figurine. Nice having it identify the traps for us just right out the gate. Eleven whites. Samurai figurine is worth a fair chunk of change. Problem we got with the smoke is that while we have our Greater Revelation sight up, or spell up rather, which would normally let us see a very nice healthy distance. Hello, Elodek. Unfortunately, with the smoke in our eyes, we don't get the benefit of it. Then greater revelation. Oh, we finally got rid of the smoke. Excellent. Stairs going down. Seriously? Let's go ahead and leave this creature in peace. Rather not wander off blind. We got a lot of people that need leveling up, so let's go ahead and start making for the exit. Another Laxleer. Armor class is finally low enough. That we're not getting attacked and hit every single round. Which is good. It's going to be what we need to have the freedom to be able to look around and explore. Oh, I hope the sorcerers advance. Just in case they don't, though. Should be our last counter fight, I think, of this particular dungeon run. So our mages look like they're about ready to level up as well. $17.35. Okay, that was the same cost. Alright, it is now morning, which means everything will be open again. Ooh, the Bard Sword. Well, Bacchus, you're going to get to use that now. Which means that your Mithril Sword going into the hands of Zarek. And his Mithril Axe is going into the hands of Thorn. Sell off everything we don't need. Next level, our mages will get to change casting classes. Okay, so the Bard Sword is a beautiful weapon for the Bard that provides the same bonus as the Lax Lyre without taking the instrument equipment slot, which will let us continue to use things like fire horns and cold horns and any other musical instruments that we can come across, as we will get the unlimited songs benefit out of the Bard Sword. Really kind of a good time. It's a +4 weapon too, which is kind of nice. Well worth the cost of admission. And if we can start plunging some of the lower floors of the Mad God's Temple here. Oh yeah, that's right. Roscoe's is literally right around the corner. From this whole thing. Got some guardians there. I want to say the southern ones there are from the Steelmaster says, "Sorry, friends, all the horses have been eaten by the creatures." I want to say the southern ones go towards the main bad guy's tower, like Mangar's tower. Death Archer Street. Orbermite Street. Back in the Grand Plaza. Trumpet Street. Bard Blazin'. Sinister Street goes on forever. It has no end. In fact, the copy protection for this game used to be that every so often as you leveled up, it would ask you questions about the city and everything else. Before allowing you to level up, like every other level or so. It's a gray knife that goes back that way. Highway, this should be Harkin's Castle. You want to give this a save. Stone Giant is here. That is the dragon that guards the front of the castle. $6,000 gold pieces later. We're in a good spot again. Now the good news for us is those guardians should be out of commission. Henceforth. Now let's go ahead and head into the castle. Cast our usual array of spells going in. It's the logo for Bard's Tale too. That's cute. Wide corridor leads into Baron Harkin's castle. Fabulous tapestries adorn the walls, flickering torchlight cast strange shadows. See how we do against these golems. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we're not quite ready for this yet. Because that's still a little heavy. So we'll just go ahead and head on back down to the catacombs and see if we can't really clean house on this first floor. Maybe pick up 1 or 2 magic items we don't already own. And then maybe go down a floor. That's it. If we can get our mages into a good spot. If they can get up to their maximum level for their type, we can go ahead and convert them. And get them started down the sorcerer pathway. Oh, mithril bracers. See if those are any better for... Oh, right, he can't use it. Conjurer, Magician, Sorcerer, Wizard can use them, though. Found a flute. Like that. Was that quicker than they did? Yeah, take that. All right. Sap and get rid of that. Ourselves a harp. Sorcerer, spiders, and magicians. Oh my. The spiders might move forward. But I doubt anyone else will. See what we picked up. Maybe a spear or something. Usually we could tell when you were in a good position to start exploring an area is when they don't hit you quite so much. Oh, mithril shield. That's an improvement. We're going to want our armor class to get as low as we can make it before we start making serious pushes into the castle on purpose for experience. Mithril arrows. Samurai, Master Thieves, and Werewolves, not too serious. Should be able to get through without using our spellcasters. I suppose since we're here, we could talk a little bit tactically, too, about what it is we're doing exactly. Because we're starting to get to the point where flat-heading through a bunch of things is not going to help us out. So let's go ahead and talk through a standard round of combat here. I'm going to say we're going to fight foes. So the biggest thing is that we can only attack people who are within 10 feet of the party, which are the ones that don't have a range indication on them. In the original Bard's Tale game, you could only attack. Well, you could attack any of the ranks that are operating in the same area because they really didn't have range bands. Ranged attacks were not a thing in the original game. That was something that came about in the second and third game. but they incorporated it and kind of made it the same with this version and this release of the game. So the other thing too is that only the first 4 ranks in our party are either subject to melee attacks or can make melee attacks on their own. The exception being the rogue, who in the back ranks could hide in shadows and step forward, as it were, to attack deeper and deeper every round. My 2 fighter types, the warrior and the paladin, I can rely on them to just about kill one of anything in a given round. Bacchus, our big bad bard there, he only gets 1 attack per round ever, but it's a bard. He gets, the bard music and everything else, and, has his magic horns and all those kinds of things that can really help out. So for him swinging at something, I really don't count on him to kill anything, but he might. It has happened. The real powerhouse here, though, is this rogue, because as long as he's actually hidden, I can do one of 2 things. I can either have him hide in shadows again, which will re-roll his hide check. They're in the back. We'll talk about them in a minute. And if he is successful, he will be able to attack foes up to 30 feet away next round, and then 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, so on and so forth. The thing with the rogue is that if he is attacking from being hidden, he automatically kills whatever it is he's attacking in that rank. So if I had a wizard or something else that was too far away from my other combatants to use melee weapons on them, I could have my rogue attack him after having hidden in shadows, and regardless of the amount of damage that I have dealt, the rogue will kill that target. The only other character class that gets a critical hit skill like that, which is not anywhere near as reliable, is the hunter. The hunter is another class that does not get to attack more than once in a round, because you'll see when we go through here, like, say Zarek has hit the target 3 times and did a whole bunch of damage to it and everything else, because your fighter types can strike several times in a round against the same creature, which greatly expands their ability to deal damage and kill creatures at least 1 at a time. Your hunter, on the other hand, has just a random chance on every attack to be able to cause a critical hit and result in an automatic kill. So, good stuff there. But anyway, we're going to have our rogue attack up to 30 feet away, or 20 feet away rather, and he's going to attack the Master Thief and knock him out. Dexterity determines who acts first in a round, so it's very important, which is one of the things I was looking at character creation, was that I kind of wanted certain character classes to have a higher dexterity out the gate, not just because it adds to the armor class, which is always nice, but it does have them act first in the round, and acting ahead of certain creatures is instrumental to success. Now, as far as my healers go, Merlin, the conjurer that I have right now, does have some healing magic, but he's in the back 3 ranks, so he can't be attacked with the melee. He is subject to enemy spells, though, from time to time, if we come across spellcasters and things, which is usually why I follow that ancient tradition of Geek the Caster as soon as they show up. But I don't need him to do anything fancy here. There's only 4 creatures in the entire combat, so we'll have him defend. Lano is a magician. He does have some healing magic, but not as much as the conjurer. So for him, I really don't need him to do anything either. We'll have him defend. Omar is also a magician, so he will defend. And we're going to use the attack commands, and it's going to roll it. Sir Grady leapt out of the shadows. He did 3 points of damage, but it was a critical hit, so he killed the target. Zarek is a higher level fighter, has swung and hit 4 times for 35 points of damage, killing the wolf. Thorn Slash at the werewolf hit 3 times for 24 points of damage, killing it. And Sir Grady has a 100% chance of disarming traps relative to where we are, because as we get deeper and deeper in the dungeons, the required trap skill for 100% goes up. But Trap Zap always works, so worst case scenario, you can have a conjurer cast those spells. We have a trap here on our little mini map, so we'll just cast Trap Zap. And it's gone. Message on the wall scrawled out in blood says the ancient Witch King yet lives. It's one of the nicer things too is that you know, if you're trying to just kind of do this the speed run way, it's really just a matter of let me level up my character. There's only so many things that you have to do. For example, one of the things that you do have to do is get the Mad God's Eye, which is down in the bottom of the catacombs. So you do have to at least descend these things long enough on one pass, doing just a beeline, straight line shot for the man, to take him down and kill him and take off with his eye. There's certain spell items that you need. Like this was an early Electronic Arts game, so like a lot of their games had, there were 3 critical magic items: the silver circle, the silver triangle, and the silver square. And each of the major dungeon hubs has one. Found another fire horn. We are actually way north on the end of the map. And I know that because if I cast Scry Sight, you face north and are 21 paces north of the entry squares. Well, if I was to go to 22 squares north, it would put me on square 0 again, which is up there. It's a ancient method of expanding the memory a little bit and making a dungeon seem bigger than it actually is, because all of these are on essentially grid squares that have a finite distance. Wizard, Werewolf, and Black Widows. The Werewolf is probably going to march forward. The Wizard may not. And I don't want to get poisoned by spiders, so we're just going to electrocute them first. Wizard is still 20 feet away. We will fight bravely from here. Defend, defend, defend. Go kill it. Defend, defend, defend. Sir Grady leapt out of the shadows, did a whole whopping 3 points of damage, and killed the wizard. Conjurer, 4 ogres, and 2 swordsmen, and are 30 feet away. So the swordsmen have got at least a couple rounds before they get close enough to hurt us. But we are going to play Kill the Conjurer as quickly as we can. Another fire horn. Can't complain about that. You face death itself in the form of 8 orcs and a bladesman. Still face 6 orcs. Still face 3 orcs. Now some mithril arrows. We hit magical darkness, but we are out of it now, so we'll cast Greater Revelation. Trap zap that. Sudden scream of battle brings your party to a halt. Face 8 sorcerers, 2 wolves, and an ogre from 30 feet away. I think we found the back of the ranks first on that one. Sorcerer, sorcerer, sorcerer. Go hide in shadows. Cast a spell. Shock sphere. Get rid of the rest of the sorcerers. Cast a spell. Spectre touch. And the ogre. And I'm not going to worry about the wolves just yet. Got some money. Got stuck in the darkness. Actually use Sebhar's stone sight and use a fun one. Phase door. Gets rid of the wall for 1 turn. Now normally I'd say there's stairs down here. We could absolutely just kind of go downstairs and do the thing. However, everybody's ready for a level up. So we'll just kind of fight our way out here real quick. Don't like this group. So much so that we killed them in a round. Barbarians, 7 mad dogs, and 4 magicians. Magicians are 40 feet away, which puts them in Starflare range. A little bit weaker, but it got the job done. Found a spear. At this point, we've fairly well cleared out this entire floor, which, you know, we'll reset the moment we leave. Such is the nature of the beast. Let's go to Roscoe's first here and restore our mage's spell points. Then we'll go to the review board, get everybody to level up. Okay. Spell acquiring. And this is where we spend 60,000 gold pieces. For 7th level Conjurer magic. 7th level Magician magic. And 7th level Magician magic. Now, if folks had paid attention at all to some of the first streams that I've done for this game, one of the things that is unique to this game is your advanced spellcasting classes, namely the Sorcerer and the Wizard, are only reachable after having gained at least 3 spell levels worth of one or two spellcasting classes. So you can only start play as a conjurer or a magician. In order to become a sorcerer or a wizard, you have to have gained more spellcasting ability. So in this particular case, I'm going to be converting all three of these spellcasters to sorcerers for the short term. I say short term, it's going to be another 14 levels worth of experience that they will gain, which will dramatically increase their spell points, their hit points, and their raw attributes as they will level up. Now, there are some caveats to that. The first one being is that once a spellcaster has converted from one spellcasting class to another, they cannot go back to it ever. So if I were to just get up to Conjure 3 for my spells, meaning I'm at least a 6th level Conjurer, and then I went, oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this guy a Sorcerer just right out the gate. I got to do it. I got to get there. I could never go back and finish the Conjurer line of the equation. In order to become a Sorcerer, you have to have at least one other spellcasting class. In order to become a Wizard, you have to have at least two. So generally, what I tend to do for my spellcasters is I will have a mixture of Conjurers and Wizards. Mind Blade is too cool of a spell not to have, so generally I will take them up to high-level Conjurer or Magician, bump them to Sorcerer, maximize their Sorcerer level, and then go back to Conjurer or Magician again, whatever one they didn't have before, and then finish out as a Wizard. Now, that all sounds funny and fantastic, but you're like, oh, he's already level 13, though. It resets them to a level 1 character. But they get to retain all of their spell points and all of their hit points that they had before. What really changes, and where things are kind of a major pain in the ass, is your abilities that are spell dependent. Like if I come down here and go to Dragon's Breath, actually, no, this is my Conjurer, so it's going to be Shock Sphere. Like, yeah, okay, cool. It's a large globe and does 10 to 50 points of damage. Well, it's going to be a lot easier to resist as a first level sorcerer as compared to a 13th level conjurer. Let's see. One of these in here will say things like per level of the sorcerer. Maybe it's Arcfire. Yeah, there we go. Band of blue flames will shoot off from the caster's fingertips, dealing 1 to 4 points of damage to a select opponent times the caster level. So this would be, 1 to 4 times 13, which is a respectable amount of damage for 3 spell points. It's not what I would use. I'd rather use Dragon's Breath or something like that instead. But the point is, once I convert him to a sorcerer, he will, for the time being, be first level again, and kind of crap for a little while. The good news is, though, is that he's going to level up very quickly. So we're going to go ahead and do a class change on each of the 3 to sorcerer. Which makes them level 1 again, and their next level is at 3,500 XP. So they're going to climb the ladder pretty quickly again, which will be nice. Go ahead and offload some of our gear here and identify anything that needs identified. And keep those because we're kind of burning through the horns and things at the moment. In the second game, there's an extra spellcasting class called Archmage that you can spell into, but you have to have all 4 of the spellcasting archetypes up first. 8 Black Widows and 5 Magicians. just for the fun times, we're going to go ahead and use Shock Sphere on the Black Widows, just to show kind of how pathetic the damage is, because Shock Sphere has been doing some respectable... Oh, some of these are actually taking some real damage. Okay, it's a little different. I always remembered it being both easy to resist and super problematic. But it could be these guys are so low level that it's still working as intended. Let's do Flesh anew. Okay. Found a scale armor, that's good. Yeah, those guys are already ready to level up again. On the plus side, they're going to level up very quickly. On the downside, it's going to cost me a lot of money very quickly, too. At least until they get to a point where not quite so newbie. It is a little more experience per level to level up as a sorcerer as compared to a conjurer or a magician. Hey, Mithril Plate Mail. There we go. That's the ticket. More suits of armor like that? Yes, please. Oh, right. The magician upper level magic is Restoration, which is instrumental to have. Makes all wounds disappear as your entire party is reforged into unflawed bodies. Also cures poisoning and insanity. That one is the full heal for 12 spell points. What was I going to cast with them? Dragon's Breath. That's what I was going to cast. Oh, I really didn't want to have to... Oh, that doesn't cure old. There is a spell that'll do it, but I think it's a sorcerer or maybe a wizard one. Hey, Mithril Plate number 2. That rounds out everybody who can wear Mithril Plate. Bacchus should cap out at adamantine scale, but we're not going to find any of that where we are right now. Well, we're here, and it's still working out. Let's go ahead and keep the party going. Hide in shadows. Give them the shock sphere. Death itself in the form of 66 skeletons, whom we will now set on fire. Got a mandolin for our troubles. Fountain arrows. Little grammatical things like that kind of make me chuckle in this game, like possessing everything in Castlevania 2. Yep, we will go ahead and take the stairs down, and we're now on the second level of the catacombs. Forget which one of these doors. Yeah, see, we're back to 86% here on this one, so Trap Zap it is. Locate traps is going to be a lot more useful there for us. Fancy. And in the chambers of Beshar Calivor, the High Priest, prepare to die. Sounds like fun. Go pay him a visit and steal his stuff. And again, the spell points there on Merlin, so we're actually, instead of using Greater Revelation, Sabar's Stone Sight. 8 Samurai, 2 Whites, and 3 Stone Elementals. Mithril Scale. 6 Magicians and 2 Goblin Lords. And a Trap Zap. Ooh, an Elf Cloak. Should be able to equip that with Rogue, Bard, Hunter, or Monk. We know down there leads to darkness. We know that's an anti-magic zone. Two, three. Don't really want to deal with a magical darkness zone. See if we can phase door through here. Can. Jackalware. Attack the Ogre Magi. Set the Ogre Magi on fire. Do the same with the Jackalware. An ogre figurine, very fitting. Wolves and Conjurers. Eggs, arrows. I think we will go ahead and make our escape from this one. We should finish out all of them. Mithril gloves to sell. Mithril scale, good stuff. Now we're actually starting to really kind of hit our stride for the money. But we are going to burn through a bunch of it here in just a minute or two with all the XP we've been getting. Light wand. Mithril arrows. Nobody's going to get to us in one round. Unidentified musical instrument. We'll have to see how cool that one is. Fire horn. Okay, so we do have whites as part of this group, and they could attack us as early as next round. So we're going to go ahead and put them on fire. Not a lot in the rest of it's going to be particularly threatening, though. That said, the nomads will probably come down here, as might the Goblin Lords, so let's go ahead and get ready for them. And one Goblin Lord left. That's unusual. Usually there's nine whites there. Another Mithril Scout. Oh, we didn't actually get into them. They were in the square before as a random encounter. Attack the wolf, attack the mercenaries, go hide in shadows, defend. Everybody advances a bit. Attack the mercenary, the ninjas will be here soon. Attack the ogres, the thief. Ooh, we're stunned. And stunned again. Well, we've resisted that one. Don't like you, conjurers. Ooh, a mithril shield. I can replace a tower shield. $56.30 to heal the party. $3,800 to heal the party. Let's do it. Gonna find instrument. Another cold harp. Got a lot of cold harps here at the moment, and we got a lot of fire horns, so I'm actually going to start selling some of those off. Head on into town. Time is it? It's now afternoon. The adventure, or the review board closes in the evening, so it's important if you're going to do the things there with them. It should get it done before they shut down for the night. And they've gained buku levels and have gained a lot of spell points. Anger's Mind Fist, a higher power Mind Jab. 3 to 12 points of damage to one foe times the experience level of the mage. Target dummy. Magical illusion appears in the party. Unable to attack it will draw enemies to itself. Curse. Windwolf. Calarian's Vanishing Spell. Second Sight, that's going to be the fun one. Special spareways, special encounters, magic negation zones, traps, and other usual circumstances. It's going to be a good one. We are gaining in new magics. I think we'll make one more foray down here. See what kind of mischief and items we can get. And then we'll head back in and save it and probably call it there for the stream tonight since it's not scheduled. Kind of doing this one on a whim. Let's go ahead and cast Second Sight or Sorcerer's Sight. And Greater Revelation. Mithril Dagger. Mandolin. I'll try fighting or avoid fighting the ghouls just yet. Yeah, it's nice having an armor class that is sufficient to the task. Nice if we cast traps out before we run into that, but here we are. Oop, another shield ring. And then we're getting down to that super low armor class level. We might even be able to either just make the big push, try and take on the Mad God in his own domain, or start farming the castle for XP and loot. Dragon's Breath, Sorcerers, and Mind Fist on the Magicians. Unidentified weapon, could be fun. Of course, it could also be crap too, so there's that. Kind of like that, it's only a leather armor. A Mithril Mace? Okay. What's the Mithril Mace do? All melee can use it. It's a +1 to hit and does 2 to 9 points of damage. Our bonus to hit goes down, our minimum damage goes down, but our potential maximum damage goes up. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the dagger for now. Mostly because Sir Grady here will never, ever do anything that meaningful for damage. Not in raw hit points, he will just do it in critical hits. Hide do have a rather healthy number creatures that are in the 40-foot range, so we're going to use Star Flare on them. Cast Restoration because we do have Thorn, who's down a whole bunch of hit points. And those three attack the first three within 10 feet, and then we'll attack the Jade Monk with the Rogue. Give it the old 1-2 punch of the Trap Sap. A Dayblade. Alright. See what special properties it has. Sorcerer, half orc, and 4 wolves. Spells Waiver. Doppelganger, Bladesman, and 2 blue dragons. Oh boy. Spinners are always fun. A lot of extra movement just to like that. All right. All right, shadows. Who's got spell points? Everybody kind of does. An anti-magic field that's on the other side of the door there is kind of sucky. Before you see one soul sucker. That hurt a lot. Sends a spinner ahead. Stasis chamber ahead. Those who venture ahead should prepare for a long stay. Kind of exploring the general area there. Conjure, statues, magicians, and zombies. And try and knock out as many ranks of these as we can. Everybody's still in good health. 3 conjures and a zombie left. Mithril Chain. Which is going to be slightly worse than Mithril Scale. Sorcerer, oh, 7 blue dragons. Okay. Are 50 feet away. Do that. Let's do it. Got about half of them. Instead of doing that, we'll do Spectre Touch. Trust our rogue to kill one for 3 points of damage. We are 1 level below, 2 paces north, and 7 paces east of the entry stairs. Why that's important? We're going to teleport the hell out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up 1 level, south 2 squares, and west 7 squares. Fort Arcane. There we are. That's the exit. I'm going to take that up. Oh, it is dusk, which means the review board will definitely not be open right now. Roscoe should be. So we're going to go ahead to the guild hall for the night, and then we'll check in with everybody in the morning. Cat eyes. Members of the mage party will all receive perfect night vision, which will last indefinitely. Keen sight will also allow you to identify secret doors. Dayblade does 4 to 25 points of damage. Warrior, Paladin, Bard, or Hunter. It's a +1 weapon. So while it'll be a little harder for Thorn to hit, he will deal a lot more damage using a Dayblade. So let's go ahead and have him equip that. The bank. Okay, well, been at that about 3 hours or so. Kind of a nice little bit there for a quick pickup stream. But I think we are going to go ahead and pin things there for now. It's been a fun little trip playing some Bard's Tale here, and definitely loving the memories that it gives me about playing this game with Dad, and, you know, kind of watching him do those things. But, yeah, we'll see where we get to here in the coming days. We got other streams ahead of us. So rather than go through the usual things here at the end of showing the schedule and all of that, we will just close as we always do, with always ask for consent, try to communicate as best you can through partners, and try to be genuinely decent human beings. And we will catch up with you next time. Thanks for watching, folks. Enjoy your night.